Stakeholders in the country have held conversations to find ways of managing the various dimensions of insecurity during elections in the country. The event, which was organized by Cleen Foundation, was held in Abuja, the nation's capital. Participants at the event say there is an urgent need to build the confidence of the people in the entire electoral process, as Nigerians would continue to doubt the outcome of elections due to past experience.
The conversation we're having today for the next 2 days is not to apportion blame. It's not to say who is right or wrong. It's for us to be able to fashion out a model that will be more acceptable to all of us as citizens of this country, to identify where there are gaps and identify areas of improvement, and be able to make the electoral process, and especially the issue of electoral security, more inclusive and more acceptable to people, and to reduce the tension that usually comes with election in Nigeria. Election is not supposed to be a moment where people are traveling or stocking food, or where people become enemies with their neighbors, secondary school mate, university mate, or colleagues in places of work. It should be a moment of celebration. It should be a moment of intellectual discourse, a moment where ideas are discussed and issues are discussed and not people.
The instrumentalization of hate speech becomes a tool in mobilization support for either a politician or a political party. And what does it do? It contributes to sowing seed of disharmony, which could either be to an individual or to a group as a whole. So it divides us along religious line and the ethno-religious regional fault lines, which becomes a problem.
We are still calling for more improvement in terms of the logistics, in terms of how this logistics is also deployed in the delivery of elections. We want to see a whole of government approach to the conduct of elections, where INEC is working with security agencies, is working with the Human Rights Commission, is working with all institutions of the state with mandate to make elections happen. Not just elections happening, but credible elections happen.
Each time a leader, like a commissioner of police, posted to a particular society, people would like to start assess what kind of person is he, what can he do. So, first and foremost, we have to organize various outings to the traditional rulers, to the civil society, and we had a very good interaction with members of the media who will inform the larger society on the kind of person that has been brought to manage the election. So it is based on the interaction that the society will now know that this person is not going to let them down. He is not going to compromise his duties.
It is time for us to sit down to review some of these practices, to review issues surrounding election violence, to review issues around election security, to review issues in terms of the participation of security forces and security agencies.